morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for f***'s sake. Jesus.
I jumped.
Hi, good morning, everybody. She just said jumped. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show, Wise Up, Rise Up Show. It's, what day is it?
Friday.
It's Friday, but it's also
Christmas Eve.
It's also Christmas Eve. You got so excited that you forgot. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are well. Welcome to the show, Rise Up Show.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. With my look, we're all matchy in our Christmas pajamas.
She has glasses and I have just eyes.
Yeah, you've just got that little pink cheeky cheeks.
Yeah, and eyes. But you have glasses.
I've got some. It's because I'm super cool.
You have freckles.
Do I have freckles?
Yes, look, freckles.
Oh yeah.
And I have freckles.
You have freckles.
I think
it's
that's
frosting.
flour.
Yeah, I was gonna. Icing sugar.
Yeah.
Mine says, "I'm pretty fly for a mince pie." What does yours say? It's back to front. I'm a cutie pie, and she is as well. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. I hope you're all right. Welcome to the short Rise Up Show with me and my co-host this morning.
Where were we going this evening to?
This evening too. Should we tell them where we're going this evening? We're not going to a christening. Christingle, yeah. So at 3:00. So what does your Christmas Eve rituals look like? Ours look like this. Matching pajamas. Christingle. And then we're making some new traditions this year.
We're having a party.
We are having a party this evening. We are making some new traditions because we are in our new house this year. Very first Christmas in our new house, which I'm excited about. Are you excited?
Of course.
What are you most excited about?
When all our family comes over and we can spend time with them.
Oh, I thought you were going to say presents.
No.
That's the right answer. So a very, very Merry Christmas Eve from me and from Ivy. Good morning if you are watching along. We are live with you all the way through Christmas. Just in case anybody's feeling a little bit lonely, if you're feeling a little bit strung out, if you're feeling a little bit stressed, come in here for a little bit of comic relief, for a bit of a cuddle. And also the latest news on Ivy's ever reducing amount of teeth. Do you want to show everybody your teeth? This is ridiculous.
I lost these.
She lost this one yesterday. And that one last week. So, but that one
I'm
yesterday.
getting confused.
You get confused on tech much.
This one yesterday.
That one yesterday.
And
the other one.
And
it
that
flips
one
you around back to front.
And that one last week.
And that one last week because she's very posh, my daughter. She doesn't sound like she's from the north. Her dad is a southerner, and
I think I got it from Debbie.
and also our very amazing childminder Debbie.
That I haven't seen in like a year.
We've not seen her since the start of lockdown. So we went into lockdown, and Debbie, our amazing childminder, Debbie, who's looked after Ivy since she was 12 weeks old. Lockdown was in, and Daisy and Poppy, since they were little tiny as well. Since lockdown was announced, we very quickly had to not. So we didn't get a chance to say bye. You didn't get a chance to kind of graduate. You didn't any of that, did you? It was really sad. So huge, sending love out there to our incredible Debbie. She is phenomenal. She's also got a South African accent, which means that this one here has got a posher accent than me. Because I sound like Peter Kay.
And we might be seeing her after Christmas.
We might be seeing her after
I've
Christmas.
been begging Mum to...
just to fill you in. So like I said, we've not seen Debbie since before Christmas.
Before
lockdown. So it's 18 months, long time.
Yeah.
And you seen her every day, and she helped bring you up and all of this sort of stuff whilst I was working. And so yeah, hopefully if Debbie, if you're watching, it'd be lovely to see you in the not too distant future. We love you very, very much, and we miss you very, very much.
I do.
But this-
I've missed you so much.
You missed her very much.
Yeah, I've been
So-
begging.
So every time that someone's gone, oh Ivy, what do you want for Christmas? Or when you've met one of the Father Christmases, what have you said?
I said I want to see Debbie.
You want to see Debbie? She didn't want the latest technology, or she didn't want a toy. She said, I just want to see Debbie. So yeah, that's something we're going to arrange for the new year. But that's the reason why Ivy's accent is so much posher than mine. So what are all? I want to know what your Christmas Eve traditions are. So we have a couple of Christmas Eve traditions.
Parties.
Well, parties. Christmas Eve is always the most magical day. I don't know about you.
No,
but
Christmas Day.
you think Christmas Day is? I think Christmas Eve is like the most magical day
because
of the year.
it's the Christingle.
Yeah, it is the Christingle. So on around 3:00, 3:30 on a Christmas Eve, everything stops. So we leave the boys at home. So the husbands stay at home, and me
Yeah,
and my
because-
sister, because they don't go to church.
Yeah,
Me and
they're just bored all day and they want to play games.
they just want to play games.
Yeah.
So we head over to our local church,
Church.
and they have the Christingle service. So anybody who's not religious or doesn't know, a Christingle is a symbolic, really nice, like kind of Christmas carol-y service.
And
Where-
you get
I'll
out
let you explain.
tangerine and there's little toothpicks in it and there's like gumdrops on it that you can put on
Mhm.
and then you can take it home at the end of the Christingle service.
Do you know what all the
and-
bits mean? Can you remember?
No, I've not been in there for like a year.
Yeah,
A
a whole year.
I can't remember.
She nearly went, bro. I don't know. I don't know, brother.
That's what I say to Dad.
So each piece of the Christingle is like symbolic. So there is a red ribbon around the middle, which is like the
Oh.
blood of Christ. There's a candle on it signifying the light of the world.
Oh yeah,
There's
and
the-
we like get a candle.
There's 4.
Then we get a candle.
Yeah, there's a candle on top of it, isn't it? Like stuck
Oh
in.
yeah.
And then everybody has these like candles, and they sing really beautiful Christmas carols, and they hold the like
I've
candle
done-
up in the
I
air, and it's
did-
just the most magical moment.
I did that at the start of my show at school. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah,
Carol.
you absolutely did. So who's watching along with us this morning? Good morning, Joe Gilbert, who's been squirreling away in the background, getting the audible version of I Am the Queen Bee book, which is going to be available on my birthday. I'm so excited. Please, 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 if you can,
Yeah.
get behind that on my birthday. It's not a new book, it's my old book. It's the big book.
Why?
This one. But on my birthday, it's coming out on Audible. So you can get on the 29th of December this, and you can listen to it. So probably
Wait,
it'll take you
there's
about
a
3.5
song.
hours to listen to.
There's a song. There's a song.
Yeah, the stories about you in there as well.
Where?
Really cool stories. So what else do we do on Christmas Eve? So yeah, we get our Christmas pajamas. We try and start like kind of winding down at about 7:00. But this evening is a little bit different. So we're in the new house this year. We've actually got a chef coming.
Yeah, we
to-
did that on our housewarming party.
we had a house. It's not going to be as big as a housewarming party.
Yeah.
It's just going to be in the dining
Because
room.
we actually had a tent on our housewarming.
We did have a big
party.
tent on our housewarming. It makes it sound very flash, but it's something I've never been able to do. So to be able to celebrate Christmas in this, which is our family home, is just so exciting and really emotional. So yeah, that's what
Not
we're
that
getting up to
emotional.
today. What are yours? Let's have a little look. Leslie, what are you saying? My family go to the cinema whilst I prep for Christmas Day, and then I watch Miracle on 34th Street. Yes, Elf while I'm wrapping the presents is an important one.
Why is that drawn on?
Oh, because when I was reading it for the audio book, it was so that I could keep track of what chapters we were doing.
Print it on.
I don't want to print it on. Daytime, I usually bake. Evening is for the Grinch, hot chocolate and Bailey's. Doggies get get dog safe hot chocolate. I love that.
Let
Shelley.
me get order.
Morning, Victoria. How are you? Shelley's saying Ivy's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Dad is icing our cake. Oh, amazing. So what else do you guys get up to? What makes it Christmas Eve for
Mummy.
you? Go on.
Is Nana gonna bring us a Christmas cake?
I don't know.
Because she normally gets all the cakes and stuff ready.
She does. I've got a lot of the stuff. So tomorrow we're doing things a little bit different being in the new house. We are, instead of having like a sit-down Christmas dinner, which is kind of what we're doing this evening, with the chef coming in to come and cook for us.
But
to-
this evening is a party and tomorrow's a chill day, opening presents and our cousins are coming.
That's right. And then so we're going to do a picky Christmas dinner instead.
We
So I've still got the
already did that.
meats. All right. It's not going to be the same as yesterday. So we had some friends
Good.
come. Was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. I've got to talk to you about yesterday. Yeah. Has anybody seen my status, by the way? I did a thing yesterday. I'll talk to you about that in just a sec. So tomorrow, instead of having the traditional sort of 3-course Christmas dinner, me and my sister have always done that. And it kind of, it's a lot of pressure. Well, not that. We've both been really busy. And then to spend the whole day, me and my sister really enjoy kind of cooking or putting buffets together. It's something,
Especially you.
especially me. Yeah, I do. I love it.
And Nana.
And Nana does as well.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up, though, Ivy. When me and Gemma were growing up, my mum used to do these like parties. So we were growing up around like making buffets and stuff, which is why me and Auntie Gemma like doing the cooking together.
Did you grow up with black and white TVs?
I did not grow up with black and white TVs. That was a little bit before my time. But they were big. They were like big boxes TVs. They were huge, big boxes. They weren't like flat screens like you have now.
Oh, I know what you're talking
You know,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw those.
Have you seen a cassette tape?
Yeah.
Have you seen a cassette tape?
Yeah.
They play music on?
Yeah.
Ah, that's all right then. I don't feel so terrible. So yeah, what we're doing is we're going to have all of like the traditional Christmas meats. We've got lamb, we've got beef, we've got gammon, we've got turkey. I'm not the biggest fan in the world. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of turkey.
Turkey.
It even makes your face do it, doesn't it? Turkey.
Christmas.
But my sister won't have it any other way. Does anybody else not dig turkey? Can you just let me know in the comments?
Christmas.
What do you do? What's your favourite Christmas meat?
Mary Moist.
Mary Moist. Mary Moist meats.
No.
I know what you're trying to do. We were listening to Camila Cabello has got a version of Merry Christmas, but she says Merry Christmas. Has anybody heard it? It's horrific.
Merry Christmas.
It's beautiful until she says there's like a mariachi band and all of that. Like Merry Christmas. Are you all right there? You weirdo. She's just watching herself in the thing. I don't like Christmas dinner at all. Victoria Massey's saying, yeah, it's just a posh. It's a long Sunday dinner. We have that every week. I'm all right for it. So we're gonna do all of the meats and then loads of really nice picky bits.
Or you could just do the lasagna.
We could just do Christmas lasagna. We could do that, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do Christmas picky bits. Right, say bye-bye to everybody because I'm gonna have a chat about what I did yesterday. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
I want to stay.
You're not staying.
Yeah.
Say bye, everybody. Wish everybody Merry Christmas. We'll speak to you tomorrow anyway. Say bye.
Merry Christmas.
Right. See you in a bit. Go on.
Merry Christmas.
I'm going anyway, you stranger. So, hello, everybody. That was our little Christmas, a little Christmas breakdown. But I hope you are all okay. Christmas lasagna would be amazing. Maybe, Victoria, if you do Christmas lasagna, please do let me know. I'd like to know that we've inspired you today. I quite like turkey. We've got a big chicken. I'm doing it with chips and curry sauce because the kids aren't bothered about a roast. I love it. I love when I hear people doing something a little bit different. Don't get me wrong. I love seeing like everyone's table trimmed for Christmas, and I do like a Christmas dinner. It's not that I don't like it. I just can't be arsed cooking it. It's long. I used to have fillet steak and chips. Whoa, yes. See, why not? Why not do things a bit different? There's a lot of pressure on us, isn't there, to do Christmas, to be Christmassy. I am Christmassy. You know, I get excited about Christmas on Boxing Day, about next Christmas. That's how kind of excited about Christmas I am. But there is this pressure that you've got to, do the most Christmassy Christmas, have the most Christmassy drinks, have the most Christmassy, have the nicest Christmas dinner. And it's just nice to hear of people taking the pressure off of themselves, especially right now. My newsfeed is absolutely full of people who are coming down with the Rona. I don't know about you, but my scrolls are like, another person's positive, another person's positive. I'm like, I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope you're all staying well. And I hope that if you have got Corona, that it's really hitting you mildly. I love a roast. What are you saying? I don't enjoy it with all the kids whining and fighting at the dinner table. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, if that's Emma, is that you, Emma? You've got a lot of kids, so having them all fighting at the table is just not the one, is it? So doing things and keeping things easy, doing things and keeping things how you want them is more about what Christmas is all about anyway, isn't it? For me, I just like being with my family. I just like stopping. I like putting my phone down on Christmas Day and not really being in things. So I will be doing a show tomorrow. I will be here at about 10 o'clock. Oh, don't you make me cry, Gem. Gemma's just at Dad's nursing home. And because they've got a corona outbreak at the minute, we can't visit. So we've not been able to visit him over Christmas. So I don't know, Gemma, if you're watching, I don't know if you're watching with Dad, but Merry Christmas, Dad. We love you very, very much. And I hope that we can see you soon. Gemma is a named carer. So when there is an outbreak, there's only one person in the family that's allowed to visit. Oh, I wasn't expecting that then. So yeah, it is difficult, and it's affecting so many of us. It's not just, it's not in the abstract, is it? It's affecting all of us in so many different ways, myself included. But yeah, if you need a reminder to do things your own way and relinquish any responsibility you feel like you've got for making things uber Christmassy or putting pressure on yourself, like put it down. Like, don't be shafting yourself with a should stick, especially at this time of year. Relax, rest, recharge, do all the things that you want to do and not what you feel like you need to do. And I know that's really difficult with the pressure that everybody puts on each other and ourselves. But step back a little bit. So yesterday was a bit of a day. Speaking of emotional days, I spent the majority of yesterday naked in a room with strangers. Now that sounds kinkier than what it was. So as many of you will know, I'm booked in for gastric surgery. I fly out to Turkey on the 27th. So just in 3 days' time, I'm going to be flying out to Turkey. My operation's on the 28th. And then it's my birthday on the 29th. The release of the audiobook on the 29th. But what I wanted to do is the reason why I'm having the surgery done in the first place is for health reasons. So after extensive conversations with my doctors, after being turned down for things like health insurance and stuff, I really wanted to do something to pull back my health as quickly as I possibly can. And for me and all the research that I've done, this is the avenue that I've chosen, regardless of whether any of you agree with it or not. The support that you guys have shown me has been phenomenal, by the way, and thank you. But what I wanted to do is I really wanted to celebrate and connect with my body as it is not before anything happens to it, because that sounds like I'm going to die, and that's not the case. But I also know there's going to be a massive shift that happens both internally and externally. And I wanted to have like a memento of my body as it is and a celebration of her and where she's got us. And I did that via a body casting session. So I actually drove down to Slough yesterday and did a life body casting. So I did from here to just below my tum, because I think that my tummy particularly is something that I've struggled with on and off, with regards to my size and how I feel and fit in my clothes. And I'm actually, just as I'm kind of getting to be at one with that and be just okay, that's going to all change again. It's going to be all change. And I really wanted to celebrate that. And not just having like the body cast, having the body cast as a prop for a show that I'm writing as well. So having one done at the beginning of the journey, one done towards the end. Well, not that there's ever an end to the journey, unless I die, but having one towards the end of the journey as well means that I've got this incredible sort of once in a lifetime opportunity to capture myself in that sort of transitional state. And I'm going to be writing a load of stuff on it. There's going to be some press around some of the work that I'm doing in this respect, just trying to raise a little bit of awareness about body autonomy, just trying to raise a little bit of awareness about the fact that regardless of where you're at, beauty isn't necessarily the label that you need to attach to it, and fat and beautiful aren't mutually exclusive. And a huge shout out to in me getting to this point and me deciding to do these things, There's been some people that have really influenced how I've thought about these things, how I've unpicked how I feel about these things. So huge shout out to Rachel Peru. In the first instance, she's a friend of the show. She's been on the show before. She's a phenomenal human being. She's a plus size silver haired model. She's fantastic. Please do go and check her out on Instagram. And also Lindsay McGlone, the fierce fat feminist, who has spoken on the stage at Be Inspired, a dear friend of mine. Her partner's speaking on the stage at Be Inspired as well. Oh, I thought we were getting Naked Wallace going past them, but we didn't get Naked Wallace. It picks me up. This is where it always is. He wasn't naked, by the way. He's wearing a vested shorts. It was more like Rabsy Nesbitt than anything. But a very beautiful Rabsy Nesbitt. Like if Rabsy Nesbitt was a hunk of burning love. So Lindsay McGlone really helped me in the past couple of years to understand what body acceptance is as opposed to body confidence, like being accepting of yourself and as a base level, and not just me accepting myself, but fat phobia becoming less of the norm. And this really allows me to riff on that and create some art around that and really think about how I feel about that on this journey towards better health. Like my body is just an outward projection of what's going on the inside, and doesn't mean I'm any less beautiful anyway. So I had this body cast on. I had a boudoir shoot afterwards. So got myself some sexy undies and some sexy outfits and went down to see Ginny Marsh, who did the most beautiful shots and scenes with me, and also capturing, like I only seen a little bit in camera. There's no edits done on anything yet, and the things that I shared were from my phone. They weren't any professional pictures at all, so not a reflection on the images that we've created. But she really caught me in a way that I don't think I've seen in me before. When I have pictures taken of myself, often people will comment like, your mouth's always open. Like I'm like literally turning it on for the camera. So when someone points the camera at me, hey, Danny, let's get a selfie. All of a sudden, eyebrows are raised, mouth's open. I switch, you get Danny Wallace for your picture, right? Like, and Kathy Byam, one of my friends and one of the members of my team, she was like, Danny, you've always got your mouth open. It's really weird. I posted a picture of me in a Santa hat. She was, I don't know what's strange about this picture, but I realized it's because your mouth's not open. So actually, she caught some photos of me, some images of me that weren't me being Danny Wallace, and in the way that you guys would normally expect, like me at an event or when I'm presenting or all of those things. And I know you guys get me kind of real and raw here, but you know what I mean? Like if you were to see me at an event, or when you see my branding shoots, or when you see me delivering or things like that. And it was really lovely to see that softness and see that femininity and see all of those things in me before anything changes, because it's not really something that I'd seen, and not because I didn't like myself. It's just not something that I'd explored. It's not something that I saw in myself. I didn't really connect with myself as being sexy, as that's being something that I could command. And it was really lovely to be able to connect with that prior to anything changing. So that was yesterday. So if you are interested in what did that look like, there are some very raw pictures that I've shared on my profile. Please do go and check them out. So yeah, that's kind of what I got up to yesterday. Very like sort of inwardly emotional. If you go and follow Life Body Casting, Ian and Sarah, who looked after me on the day, were just amazing. Like for somebody like me, for anybody really, getting something like that done, it is vulnerable. You have got somebody with their hands on you and you don't have any clothes on and you don't not necessarily know that person. So for them to make me feel as comfortable as I did was really, really lovely, really free and really empowering, and really helped me to connect with the aesthetic So when you see artists and way that they work with bodies, and you see like the Rembrandts and things like that with these like kind of voluptuous, voluminous women, like you can see that the form is beautiful, that it's not connected directly. So the body casting was about connection to self, right? So the form was beautiful. So looking at the curvature of the body, looking at the curvature of my boobs, looking at the curvature, looking at the scars on my belly, looking at, you know, the overhang of my belly and the way that sits in relation to my legs and all of that sort of stuff, seeing the body as an aesthetic as opposed to directly associating it with anything sexual, I think was really important for me before I then went into that kind of sexy environment and because connecting with that bit of myself. And to have gone to do those things both on the same day was an experience and a half. Like some people go jumping out of planes and stuff, don't they? Some people go, you know, racing Formula One cars, or, you know, they go and have these experiences. I think for me, again, and I talked about this in a very similar way. I was on The Voice a few years ago, and someone said, you know, was you disappointed that you didn't get through and the coaches didn't turn around for you? And yeah, I was in the moment, but actually, if I was to have paid for an experience, going through that experience on The Voice would have been my ideal experience, like rehearsing with the BBC band and singing for Will I Am and stuff. Like money can't buy those sorts of experiences. And although, yes, I paid for those experiences yesterday, it was actually a much more transformative, loving, nurturing experience for me doing that than it was to say go jump out of a plane. It was much more scary for me to go into those different scenarios yesterday. It took a lot of like, okay, so I'm driving to this person's house. I don't know these people at all. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to be getting naked with them quite quickly. So how does that work for me? How do I feel about that? And it was a real growth experience, and would definitely recommend it to anybody who's considering doing something like that as a means of connection. I can't think of safer hands to look after you whilst you do it as well. I look back at the scroll, like she did a little scroll through, did Ginny, in the camera of the shots that we got. And I was like, I look like I know what I'm doing. And it was, I mean, all down to her direction. Her direction was phenomenal. Like I was like, I don't even know what to do. How do I be sexy with my face? Like what do I do? How does your face be sexy? Like, I don't know how to do it. Because I've always been the fat, funny one, right? And so, but she was really gentle and really kind of got me into those sort of positions that made me feel sexy, that allowed me to connect. So, yeah, really great experience yesterday. Highly recommend that to anybody out there who's considering it. There's amazing photographers over in the Hive. Go and shout out in there. I think I put boudoir photography. If you search boudoir photography, there's a whole list. Ginny came really highly recommended. There were loads of you in there who were just fantastic. Emma's saying, yes, putting yourself in those vulnerable positions and properly cherishing your body and femininity is way more terrifying than jumping out of the plane. Well, it is for me too anyway, and it is. There's like, we are expected to, as women, to be instantly connected with that sexy side because we are sexualized, and it doesn't really come very naturally to me, being sexy. And I think that's come from years of, I think some of it's rooted in trauma. I think some of it's rooted in self-belief, self-worth, self-confidence, all of that sort of stuff. My growing body, how my body has changed from between now and maybe when I'm at Wallace, even before that, when I used to sing and dance on stage. I'm really interested in your journey to better health, Leslie saying. I've struggled for years with accepting my body and my weight gain, so listening to your experience is really interesting. Thank you. I'm going to be writing some articles on it, and I'm going to be writing a book about not just the experience of kind of being fat and not being fat, but I've got, your girl's got a few books in her as well, you know. But yeah, I'm going to be writing a bit more of an in-depth sort of reflection on it. So would love for you to keep following my journey where this is concerned. It's only just starting, like we're right at the beginning of it, and thank you so much to those of you that are following. So that's it for today. I just thought I would come in, wish you all a very Merry Christmas Eve. I hope you've enjoyed our little chat this morning. I will be back tomorrow. I might even sing you some Christmas songs. I'll be on around between 10 and 10:30. I'll let you guys know in the Hive what time. Once the kids have done everything that they're doing, I'll come in and get ready for the day. If any of you are on your own over Christmas, do tune in. Let's say 10 o'clock. If any of you are on your own over Christmas, do tune in and come and have some company, at least virtually, with me and the rest of the gang. I'm sending you such love if you find this time of year difficult. If you're feeling particularly festive, so am I. I am pretty fly for a mince pie. I love that I'm matchy. If I don't catch you tomorrow, I will catch you somewhere in Turkey over the next week. So keep your peepers peeled. The show will still go on. I will still be doing the show at Wise Up Show all the way through. It will be pre-recorded on Wednesday. Because I imagine we'll be feeling a little bit delicate, but I will get live through the day as best I can. Please do get behind the audio book, which you can get on Audible on the 29th of 29th of December. Thank you all so much for being so lovely. Have the merriest of Christmases if I don't see you before. I'll see you all later. Take care.